Hey everyone out there, what's up my collector fam? So today I have a haul video for this month, and I hope you all have been having an excellent month of collecting. So we're going to get into all of what I found, and this is for the month of May, and there's definitely some 1/64th, a couple 18ths. There's not really a lot of 64th, but what I did not wind up finding in 1/64th. The 1/18th kind of more than makes up, because I got two really cool pieces that I have to show that are going to be up for review on the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so starting off here, I got a bunch of stuff at the stores. We're going to start with all the store stuff, and then we'll move on to the main attraction, which is in the back and obviously in the title picture of the video. So got a couple of the Matchbox moving parts. This one, the Land Rover Defender, the 100. I thought this one was pretty neat. Really like this one. Pick up the moving part series on occasion if I find anything interesting. So there's one right there. So pretty cool. Next one I found here is the Porsche the 350A. I still try to get used to where the camera is at on this phone. I always get mixed up. So the 356A Porsche, pretty nice. So finding these, I love this series. $2 or $3 a piece, you can't go wrong. And these are pretty good finds. And honestly, I went to a ton of stores starting the month out. It took me a good bit to pull all this together. I'm not gonna lie, I was everywhere in Hampton and Newport News, so specifically I can't really say which store was what, but so far found a lot this month. So I got the 58 Impala, since I do like my Chevy Impalas by Hot Wheels. Thought the red and black was cool. Nice to see the Rod Squad and all that. The white walls make this car look really good. Not even gonna lie, I like the look of this a lot. And I think that's a metal flake paint. Looks really good on this one. Alright, there's that one. Also got the 96 Dodge Viper GTS. Actually, before I continue on, I'm just going to have to get through this video with hopefully no notifications popping up. So here's the back if you want to pause and read right there. There you go. Then also the Ford Model A Custom 31, the Dirt Track Model A. Pretty cool. Going to go in with the hot rod collection, obviously, in my room. That's where this is going to wind up going. And also, unusual. I don't, some people probably going to get mixed opinions, not going to lie. The Magic 8 Ball car, the Decidedly Go. Honestly, the reason I liked it is it reminded me of one of those bubble top Ed Roth type cars. So I actually kind of like this. I'm not even going to lie. It kind of has that sort of Ed Rothy type vibe to it, which is the whole reason I bought it. Yeah, it is a Magic 8 Ball, but it definitely had those 70s custom. I like this one, actually. I know some people might have mixed opinions, but I think it's cool. And there you go. So there's that one. And then also, I finally got the Driftinator. I didn't like the first color this came out in. I know they did it in an orange in the X Racers, and I personally like the black better. Well, I guess it's a black, clear gray, whatever you want to call it. I kind of like this Driftinator. It looks like it's definitely based on a Ford or a Chevy truck, but it's pretty cool. In that color, actually, not that gaudy orange they did it in. So Got the custom Kia EV6. Thought that was cool. And yeah, got the anime graphic. Pretty cool. Thought it was different. And I'll show the back if y'all want to pause and just read it. There you go, there's the back. Declining a Wi-Fi call. Whoops. Thankfully that didn't ring. Fall in love with this track ready all electric compact. There you go, crossover. So the next one up here, the Drift Ender, the Drift Land Rover Defender. Thought it was kind of cool, looked different. Thought it was kind of neat. There's that one. Here's the back if you want to pause and read. New casting of the year. So there you go. Next one up here is the Amaru GTC. I think that's a Amaru GTC. Definitely kind of different. Reminds me of something. It reminds me of something KTM would come out with. I know it's based. It's probably not. It reminds me of something KTM would do. I know they've done vehicles kind of like the X-Bow or Crossbow. So it sort of looks like a dune racer. I thought it was kind of cool. Something different, but nice to see. Hot Wheels Fantasy is coming back in a lot better way. Nice to see they're kind of making stuff different, but something for some of the adult collectors as well. It's nice what they did with the 8-ball mobile. So here we go. Here is the BMW, the 635 CSI. This being done, if y'all don't know, this is done in a knockoff John Player Special. You have the HWS over here. So if you're into racing, you'll probably know what the livery is loosely kind of based on. It's kind of like Lotus's team. It's nice. Oh, they gave their chrome bumper treatment on this. Made it look real good. This thing looks nice. They get the headlights in there, it looks like. Yeah, they got clear headlights. Yeah, Hot Wheels did a good job with this casting too. There you go, there's the back. Alright, so moving on. Always do the regular stuff first. Now we'll move on to the premiums. So let's keep rolling. So got the Hot Wheels Off-Road, the Subaru Brett. Pretty cool. Like this series sometimes depends on what casting. Premiums, it's always whether I'm going to buy the whole set, not buy the whole set. Circuit Legends is looking pretty good from what I understand, so I might be picking some of those up. And then here's the back if you want to look, but those are the castings they got. So Subaru Brat, it's a pretty cool one. Basically the predecessor to the Subaru Baja, if you all don't know. That's what the Baja was kind of like, the new Subaru Brat in a way. So there goes that one. And finally found a Mutt Cuts van, or the Shaggin' Wagon from Dumb and Dumber. About time I found this, and it's also about time we got a model of this. Very underappreciated in terms of Hollywood cars. So yeah, pretty cool. So there's that one, and then finally up here, I got the Hot Wheels Off-Road Toyota Land Cruiser. And there's that one. And then up another one here, I got the 1969 Chevy Camaro from the 80s in the Pro Street. I'm definitely going to say this has a Pro Street-ish vibe to it. For sure, got the characters there. Dioramas, I collect them occasionally, but depends on what it is, subject matter wise. The 80s is pretty cool. Overdrive. So then also here, I picked up and Adam Petty NASCAR. Not that I collect the authentics, but any of the Petty stuff right now, since I already have all the 18th scale, I'm trying to collect some of the 64th of the Petty dynasty. 75 years of Petty Garage. Up here also, Fast and Furious, got the 70 Chevelle Dom Toretto SS. Like that one right there. Nice casting. Here's all the ones on the back if you want to look. Right there. There's Dom Toretto's car. Kind of a table scrap that we've seen a lot of, but it's nice to have it. And then up here, I have the new series of Fast and Furious. This one, the RX-7 from Race Wars in the first film installment. Since I always collect the first like 2 or 3 films in premium, which my usual rule is I only do premiums from the first 3, but it's cool to have found this one. And then up here, since I like a lot of stuff associated with Paul Walker, I got the Nissan Skyline GTR BN32. This one, I think, let's see, Furious 7. And then I want to look at this one real quick. Oh, yeah, the Fast and the Furious. So that was from the first one, right? Okay, so Furious 7. So again, don't really do a whole lot of this, but I could never find this in the main line. They had a black Skyline in the regular $1 series from this movie, so I decided to step up and get a premium this time. So, not bad. So up next here, I have been putting this together, and it's still a little bit of a work in progress, but I've been finding all kinds of Legos lately. Yeah, this thing's pretty tall. I've been putting together a V8. Only thing left, I need to find some pieces for the exhaust. I need to find some pieces for the fuel injection and some of the nitrous. I'd like to get a couple of those little rubber wires so I could put some ignition leads on here. I don't know how I'd do that, but there are a couple things I'd like to change about this. I did get a fair amount of these pieces from Second and Charles, so I found what I could, and so far have the starter down here, have all this, have a transmission, have the back of the transmission formed up, got shifter linkages in here, supercharger that took a bit of thinking to do, except I didn't have like 2x4 stud plates, so I used the angular ones, and I think that looks better, honestly, now that I think back. Here's the bottom, got the fuel filter and all that, got the water pump, the thermostat, everything is on here, including the pulleys. I even put blower straps on it, so that's another build that I've been working at. There you go, there's that one. And then also, I did get a couple of M2 machines this time. First one here being the Datsun, I guess this is the Datsun Sunny pickup. It's called the Sunny or something like that, but the Datsun pickup, cool casting. I don't think I had this, so decided to go forth and grab it at Walmart. And then finally up here, we're done, almost done with 1/64th, got the Mercury pickup here. A little flare side, pretty cool. Unique. Don't usually see Mercury pickups being done, so, and it's red, so that doesn't hurt. Being as my favorite color is red. All right, last but not least, so now we move on to the 18th scale. Been a long time coming. Finally got this and this, so we're gonna. First off, I want to show. This is probably my new favorite Street Fighter out of all the Acmes. A lot of the reasons being is that this one was pretty unique. In terms of the engine treatment, they gave this Camaro. This is the Comp Coupe. Limited edition 67 Camaro. Got the front of the box here. At the side, this is a very cool model. I feel like I'm about to bump my camera any minute here. So side here is the stats if you'd like to pause and read that. But they say the engine has around 1,100 horsepower. So yeah, it's a pretty nice piece right there. And then also, I got the Acme, the Mustang Boss 302, the Street Fighter. This one I put away because I don't think there were any screws on the base. I don't think there were supposed to be, but I'm going to wind up getting this out to review it. But this is another nice piece here. And so, yeah, there's that one. So, yeah, that's everything in this video for today in terms of the May haul. I will try to be back next month. I know due to the computer build that there was literally a month's hiatus that I had, and I'm always going to try to bring content when I can each month and newer videos for everyone. So, and I'll wind up probably breaking back into reviews, which is something I want to get at. And yep. All right. So y'all have a good one. Stay safe out there. Have fun. Enjoy the hobby. Not for what you can make out of it in terms of money, but just for the fun of it. And I will see you guys later. All right. Bye-bye.